Go live.
Yeah.
I need to fix my camera.
There she is.
There it goes. It seems like it needs to wake up. Like it's out of focus, and then I pop it on, and it just immediately hops back into focus.
Mm.
There we go. Forgetting to put my sticker. That kind of tells me where to hold stuff. El Rondorio, hi.
All right.
All right, so we're at the home stretch. I am going to put some tufts on these guys. I think the guy is going to get green, and one of the dogs is going to get yellow.
Mm.
Wish I had. See, it looks like I've used up a lot of the smaller tufts.
What are you using them on?
The green ones are for the guy.
I was making a joke.
Oh,
Where are you using them all up?
probably on basing tutorials. I could go rip them off actually, but ooh, El Rondorio, I got my War Games Atlantic squat box. Neat.
Ah.
All right, this one's small enough, I suppose. I did some more oil painting today, and I actually wore appropriate protection, and I don't feel like I'm gonna die like I did yesterday.
A little bit of the old hazmat suit.
Yeah, well, I wore my good respirator, which is rated for particulate, but it seemed to work okay. I think it at least kept the airbrushing particulate out of my lungs. And then I wore good goggles, like full face protection goggles. And I just got super glue on my glass.
Like lab goggles.
Yeah. Yeah, I wore the lab goggles as I was airbrushing, and then I kept them on for probably 10 minutes after airbrushing. And then I wore the respirator the whole time, and I think it helped a lot. And I couldn't find like good gloves to use while airbrushing, so I used gardening gloves. But you know what? They got the job done. And speaking of getting the job done, I varnished these guys with some matte to see what they would do. Mostly for this dog. And the varnish definitely made all of the rust I put on the armor pop. And then I'm gonna fix it, and then probably add a little bit more pigments.
Were you gonna add a little bit of fluffing to the teddy bear?
Oh yeah, I'll have to do that. Yeah, oh, oil paints are amazing. I don't think I'll ever paint a piece of terrain again without using them. Yeah, let me do this stuffing now.
Stop. Here we go.
All right. Need a drop of glue.
All natural right there.
Mm-hmm.
When I got home, my computer didn't turn on. So I had to restart it, but it wasn't restarting. it eventually restarted, apparently.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was very odd. I think it's the porn collection. It's getting too big.
Rev Timothy Hafner. I have a friend who only uses oil paints. That's neat. I want to try painting a model with only oil paints. See what happens.
You should paint it with just finger paints.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
So the terrain pieces that you showed me today,
Mm-hmm.
did those have oil paint on them?
Yes, the tan stuff was oil paint finished.
Finished. Okay.
So I black primed them, and then I put terracotta and red to make a rust, and then I put on brown oil paint. Oh no! Then I put on chipping medium, and then I painted tan acrylic paint, and then I used some water to help break off the chipping medium to reveal spots of rust underneath, which worked amazingly. And I'm going to do that from now on for everything. And then I varnished it, and then I blasted it with some burnt umber oil, and then wiped that off. Oh, that's so. Can you guys see it all? Here, let me maybe try to get the camera. The little the snow I think actually works really well as the stuffing of the bear. It's very subtle, but it's there.
I think it's cute. Hey, Craig Turpin. And Lucky Bat is also here.
Ah, ooh.
Hey, Joey Flores. Dr. Drokel. Jay, I looked up those Nick Pro number 11 blades you showed in the video today. Can you tell me if the box actually has the typo of high Carmon steel like Amazon shows? Just wondering.
Maybe I can check.
Ah, that'd be really, really, really funny. High Carmon. Ah, the sounds of finding.
All right. I have, I guess, Selective 21 and Nice Pro. They say SK5 hard carbon steel, which means nothing to me. But,
Looks like they spelled it right.
I don't know. I've been using them, and they seem fine. The only time I've ever noticed hobby blades, like, really sucking is sometimes I've bought them, and they're, like, just a fraction of a hair thinner. And those are garbage. I think one time I bought a set, like I bought a hobby knife, and it came with blades like that were hot trash. I bet, though, that these are high carbon because the tips snap a lot, which definitely which means that they're not soft, which is good. You want nice and hard blades. Although I can't say anything wrong about these ones either, so.
Love a good hard blade. Nope, they say carbon. The Amazon image has it spelled wrong in the image. That's crazy.
You should complain. Maybe I can get some free ones.
Mmm. Love the old sound of finding. Me too, Lucky Bet.
And the reason I could find them so fast is because I keep things in my hobby box, as per the video
Ah,
today.
yeah. Hey, Void 16. I don't know where your Void brother is, but we're gonna put out a an Amber Alert soon. So,
TK's 3D prints. High carbon means they should not snap easy. Well, I think snapping easy is a sign of hardened steel because it's more brittle. Softer steel would be stronger, but not harder. And in a disposable knife, you want harder.
in Steinbeck.
No, that's harder. Yes. Caleb Leduc's softer steel would bend. I know the Exacto brand tips on those 11s would snap if you look at them wrong. Yeah, it's never been a big deal to me if the tip snap because you're not really using the tip.
They say it's all about that tip action.
No, it's not about that tip action. Wanderbout. When you said drawers are where your tools go to die, I laughed out loud. And the mic looked huge today. The mic looking huge today was a funny one.
Oh.
Neat. Well, I'm glad it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I believe both of these dogs have a tongue out that needs to be painted. So I'm gonna
Blue.
No, I'm gonna use a little Army Painter Barbarian Flesh. If you heat the blades up enough, you can bend them to get custom blades for hard-to-reach areas. They won't hold their edge as long, though. I bet they won't. Wow, I don't even hear this splashing around in there.
Uh-oh.
Which is weird, because Army Painter is the bestest ever, right?
Mm-hmm. Wow. We're going to start a fight.
I need to get some of them tufts, and damn, you have some nice old sets of drawers. I would love to strip them down and renovate them. What? No, that's a...
I love that.
I don't think those are nice drawers.
Yeah, Home Depot brand. I mean, if you got rid of the green paint and maybe added a handle.
Mm-hmm. And scrape the
Maybe they'd be
veneer
nice.
off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you basically just had different drawers, they'd be pretty.
That's
pretty
true.
perfect.
That is true. I can't deny that.
Oh, the them units you showed in the video with all the tools, the old things. Ah, I get it.
That's what I figured you meant, but that's just...
Mhm.
It's just like a sticker on top of cheap pine or whatever.
Were those your real drawers?
No, I don't think I have
Well-
any of my things in drawers.
Well, I mean, there was some underwear in the video.
There was some underwear. Oh yeah, there was some underwear in the video. Those were my real drawers.
Those
I had to
drawers?
take them off for filming.
Yeah, it was pretty awkward.
I think this paint is too light. I need something. I need some Bugman's Glow. Wonder about. They looked antique. Is everyone talking about my underwear?
No, I think they're talking about your drawers. Your other drawers.
The crappy ones with the tools in them?
Yes. I was talking about your underwear.
Ah. I use old jeans cut up to use for my dry brushing to wipe the paint off the brush. Oh, that's probably smart. It's got some nice tooth to it. And now you probably have a nice set of cut off jeans.
Booty shorts, you mean?
Yeah. where the front pockets hang lower than the lower than the leg holes.
Yeah. I think we should do a tutorial on how to do that.
Yeah. It is hard. I've made some jean shorts before, and they're hard to make because they can get real too short, real too quick.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little.
I mean, I
there's a
felt
little
like
bit
your
of an
booty
art to
shorts
it.
were. I felt like your booty shorts were a good length, though. Appropriate amount of booty.
Right, guy, your ball sacks fall out one side or the other. Yeah, for me it's both though. Left one goes out the left hole, the right one goes out the right hole.
Oh, that was really funny. Love a good ball bag.
Mm-hmm.
Ball joke.
Ooh, speaking of ball joke, I started listening to a new audiobook. I'm listening to Brutal Cunnin, the orc audiobook, and it's delightful. It's hilarious. It's the story of orcs attacking a Adeptus Mechanicus Forge planet. And it's most of it is from the orcs' perspective, but it does cut back and forth between the defending Adeptus Mechanicus and the attacking orcs, which is kind of fun. Mm-hmm. And I actually think it's a brilliant combination because the Adeptus Mechanicus are like pure logic, and then the orcs are just dumb. There's a moment where the orc is being attacked by the Ruststalkers, who are the close combat Adeptus Mechanicus unit, and the orc is like, I think it's sneering at me, but I'm not sure because it doesn't have a face. And like for the first few paragraphs of the fight, he's just talking about like, is it trying to like scowl at me? I think it is.
So is it written like, do the orcs talk in the book?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So do they have their Cockney accent?
They do.
Like in the... Because you're reading the audiobook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. So they have a Cockney accent in the audiobook.
Yeah, the guy does a fun voice for the orcs.
Oh, that's fun.
It's
Why does anyone think 40K is serious?
Yep. Yeah, it's so funny. There was a great line from the Adeptus Mechanicus where they were talking about they were being overrun by the orcs, and so they had to decide if they were going to make a last stand or not. And the Adeptus Mechanicus said, "Well, we don't seek honor like the Adeptus Mechanicus. We don't seek martyrdom like the Sisters of Battle. Or no, we don't seek glory like the Space Marines. We don't seek martyrdom like the Sisters of Battle, and we're not stupid like the Guard." And so they would never fight to the last man when retreat is an option.
Mm-hmm. Do you think I would like that book?
It might be worth trying it out. There's the orcs have come to this planet because they want stuff. They don't know what stuff they want, but they figure there's probably some good stuff.
You know what? I think I can get behind that.
Mm-hmm. And there, I'm at chapter 10, and there's a battle between orcs and Imperial Knights.
Oh.
And there's Captain Badrock is in the book, and the other orcs think he's a douchebag. It's just adorable the way the orcs go through combat in not a very combat way. Like the mostly you see from the perspective of an up and coming orc knob boss, who quickly kind of gains ranks because of how fast the orcs are dying. But he just keeps bringing up little things that the battle reminds him of. Like he sees the Storm Boys and he's like, I was a Storm Boy in my younger days, but I thought the suit made me look stupid, so I left.
Wow. No, 40K is a very serious thing.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Do you think was the Indominus one? Do you think that was more of a serious read?
I think it was because it was from the perspective of the Necrons and the humans, or the Necrons and the Space Marines. And so the human parts are a lot about honor and like following orders, but the Necrons are very Downton Abbey. Like they're very like Victorian.
Do they do voices for those too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, that's really fun.
Yeah, these books are for children. I didn't realize that. I think that's why I'm in, because I listened to Eisenhorn, and I was like, this is fine. But I think the book's about war for kids, and I'm really liking it. Sounds like the Scourge from Thor Ragnarok. Behold my stuff. Circle Lurker Ding Dong 619. Hello, Eons and Nick. How are ya? Today I finished color the templates for an Assault Astartes with Jump Pack. Ooh.
Very neat.
One of my favorite Space Marine units. Also, if anyone has seen how good assault packs look on Primaris, holy moly. They fit like a glove. Wander about Downton Abbey Necrons. They're they're scheming and plotting against each other, but they have to hold to protocol and show respect until they try to pull a fast one on the person in charge. I didn't, because I thought the Necrons would just be like beep boop, here we come, but no, it was actually kind of fun.
Beep boop.
I don't think I have any audiobooks about the Tau, but I'd love to just work my way through the races.
Oh.
The orcs sound like they just have a lot of fun. Which is great.
Orcs, they just want to have fun. You can find Eon's Battle on Spotify.
Yeah, I'm on chapter 11 now, and in the one
Bankruptcy?
orc of Speed Freaks, not Speed Freaks, of Brutal Cunnin, and the orcs are trying to formulate a plan, and part of the plan is based on blowing things up, because if they're ever in doubt of dying and having to face Gork and Mork, they have to at least be like, well, we were trying to make a big explosion. Like if they can't say like, oh, they died in combat, they can at least be like, well, we were trying to make a lot of noise.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay.
Alright. Is this dog finished? Yeah, the chain could use a little highlighting. Ooh, Indominus in the Indominus novel though, the coolest bits were the chapters from the perspective of the Subdeck Destroyer Lord, who was remembering the day of his biotransference during the battle, and how he brought his family to the biotransference machines, and he became a lord, but his family became warriors. Or his children became warriors, and his wife became a lord, but succumbed to madness.
Ooh.
As a lot of the Necrons do.
Well, that's just a weak wife.
Yeah, and so he became a destroyer lord because that fueled his hatred to destroy all life, because he had all organic life, because he doesn't have it.
That is fun.
And he dies at the end of the book, and spoiler alert, and like almost all the characters die, and there's a lot of characters, but he's like, he kind of understands how wrong he was, because in the moment of his demise, he actually kind of reverts a little bit back to his Necrotire days. And I just thought it was kind of neat. It made me really, really want to get more of that unit. So that book worked. It did what Games Workshop would want it to do. And I think they're cheap as chips on eBay right now, because everyone's buying Indominus for the Space Marines.
So you just got brainwashed.
Yes.
By reading the book that you bought.
Yes.
We should make a video about that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, if we make a video and I talk about how I don't really like Eisenhorn, instant, 100 comments right there. Instant.
EOB book report.
EOB book report. Ah, we totally could.
Eons of books.
Dr. Trokel. I feel like those corrugated metal sheets need some darker spots. They look very bright, but it may just be how it is coming across on camera. Oh yeah, they could use a little staining.
Mm-hmm.
Good eye, Dr. D.
Craig Turpin asks, "Tell us why you don't like Eisenhorn."
I didn't love the character. Actually, my least favorite character in the Eisenhorn is probably Eisenhorn. And it was just too much explaining what goddamn spaceship they're on, explaining what the planet looks like, what all the stuff on the planet looks like.
So, like, overly descriptive?
Yeah, and it's a book where they're constantly on the move.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to explain the 3 different ships they take, the 10 different planets they land on. They meet all these different goddamn people. I didn't really like Eisenhorn as a character. Like, he's kind of cool. Like, it's a good insight into the Inquisitors. But
Mm-hmm.
I also thought it was weird. What's the name of his anti-psyker? His anti-psyker friend. Every single book, they devote a lot of her explanation to how hot she is.
Interesting.
Which is not really part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels a little like I don't know, video gamey or something, where it's like, yeah, and his team members are, one of them is like a super, super hot, badass woman who doesn't do much. But she's so hot, you guys. You have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens in all 3 books. Oh my God, Craig Turpin, yeah, and how Eisenhorn can never have her. Yeah, because she is a blank, which means she doesn't have a psychic presence, and Eisenhorn is a psyker. So they can never be together.
Oh my God.
And it's, my God, you just want to kill yourself when you're reading those parts.
That sounds wild.
Mm-hmm. The overall stories are fine. I forget what happens in the middle one. That's the one where he's on the run because he might be he's been accused of doing something wrong. And the whole goddamn stupid book is about him proving his innocence. And then the next book, he just becomes a bad guy.
Yeah.
It was all right.
We should do a series where we both listen to the audiobook and then we argue about it.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
You as someone that knows a lot about the lore, and me as just some guy.
Yeah. That would be amazing. Yeah, I can share my Audible account.
That'd be fun.
Actually, I mean, you'll start your own account and then buy the book
Correct.
separately.
You're right.
And buy the same book separately, and
Yeah.
That's what will actually happen, folks.
Yeah.
Craig Turpin, what happened to opposites attract? The final book really pulls a season 8. The ending is so compressed. Jay and Kilgore should go at it. Does Kilgore like Eisenhorn a lot?
I don't remember. We might have talked about it a little bit.
Maybe. I know I've talked about I think it's boring before. Because it is a little. Trying to get that Audible sponsor. Oh my God, I wish. If we could have an Audible sponsor, that could be half the video.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we could get an honorable sponsor if we start a book series.
Yeah, that'd be fun. But he knows a lot about 40K lore. That is true.
Mm-hmm. In book 8 of Eisenhorn, Beckwin. Beckwin was the name of the super, super hot part of his warband. And you meet an old acquaintance of his, and
Ooh.
they bang after he's talked all about how much he's in love with Beckwin. It's weird. I don't get it.
Hot.
It's not.
So is this like a beloved story?
It's pretty. It's when you look up what to read from Black Library, it's top of every list.
And do you think it's because of that?
I think it might be because of that a little, but it's also, I think, just a little bit more accessible because you don't meet any orcs or Tau or Space Marines or Necrons or anything.
I guess
it's
you'd
all
have to
humans,
understand.
basically.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to understand that world probably.
Yeah.
For it to make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. I want to listen to this now.
Mm-hmm. It's a good intro to 40K, and it's got cool moments in it. It does. It's not a stinker from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
I just overall it didn't leave much with me because I didn't fall in love with the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think all three of them are about Eisenhorn and his gang going up against chaos cults. So it's in that way, like you don't need to know what a Necron is. So I think that might be why it's so often suggested. But I enjoyed Indominus much more than it. And I'm enjoying the Orc book way more than Indominus.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read Indominus again. Unless we do it for book club.
Eons of books.
Man, it's so nerdy in here right now. My virginity came back. Yeah. Oops. All right, let's see. Is there anything I've missed? I could re-blacken the bases a little. And maybe a little bit more pigments.
Okay.
Yeah, Eisenhorn could definitely just be like space investigator.
Seriously, 40K book reviews would be interesting.
I think so, and I don't think anyone else does it. I mean, a lot of people are single person channels too. Oh, speaking of single person channels, has anybody? Oop, there is some moisture on that brush.
Oh.
Ooh, Justin Burnett. Just found your channel. Really liking the quality of the videos. Well, thank you, Justin Burnett.
Yeah, very nice.
Go watch today's.
Yeah.
Correct, Urban. I read the beginning of Old Man's War on your suggestion. Yeah! The beginning is great. And the rest of it is great, but there's a jump. And I don't always love time jumps, but I think it works in Old Man's War. Sometimes I get annoyed because I'm like, well, it's a different story now. Can you easily trim down those larger grass tufts to make smaller tufts when you need them, or does that make them look weird? You can trim it a little. They do, some companies though, I think Army Painter does make like micro tufts. or like
And I think
3mm
they
tufts,
make
2mm tufts.
They make a mini lawnmower as well, right?
Is it like a two-stroke mini
Yeah.
lawnmower?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or do you use I mean, if anyone's listening to podcasts right now, I'm sure you've heard of the Manscaper.
Ah, yes.
I bet that would get the job done. Remember, folks, show your support and hit the like icon. And if you're a real pro, you're going to hit it twice.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you really show support.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hit the like icon if you think Beckwin's hot.
How long is the audiobook?
I think the Eisenhorns are a little bit long.
Like 30 hours?
Oh my god, no.
Oh, okay.
30 hours is huge. 30 hours is like a proper novel. Like Moby Dick is probably 30 hours. And you know his dick is 30 long. 30 cubits or whatever you measure and water stuff with.
Whatever you measure dicks with.
Let's see.
A dick's with?
Brutal Cunnin, which I'm listening to now, is about 6 hours. How do I... Oops. Indominus is 8 hours.
Okay.
Eisenhorn is 10 hours. The last book in Eisenhorn is 10 hours. The first book of the second book of Eisenhorn is 10 hours, and if I had to guess on the first book, nope, don't download. Don't download. 8 hours.
That's not bad.
Yeah, a lot of most of the 40K books are probably a good length. Oh my gosh, except for Space Marine Conquest is 16 hours and 47 minutes. Holy moly. No, stop downloading that. I have one book that's really long that I love dearly called Seven Eves. Seven Eves by Neil Stevenson is 32 hours and 40 minutes. And it's great. It's so good. Yeah, I'm really going to trust a ball trimmer getting recommended to me by YouTubers.
Yep. Not until EOB gets their ball trimmer or metal wallet or raid sponsorship, that is. I hear
the Ridge wallet is really easy to sanitize.
My boss had a Ridge wallet. We made fun of him all the time. Did you watch the ads on YouTube? It was cool though. To be honest, I was jealous, and that's why I was making fun of him. But it's pretty neat. We went to a restaurant, and he whipped it out. I'm like, oh, someone supports a podcast. Arvis Thornwinter, ever try making your own grass tufts?
I think I have before. I think it was basically just I put grass tufts on glue, or I put static grass on glue, and it doesn't really work like that.
Gotta have the static applicator.
Yeah. I hear it's really worth it to make your own one of those.
Yeah. Oh my god. I have the box. I feel like, because there's so many tutorials online for making one,
Mm-hmm.
and like using a bug zapper and all this other stuff, just buy one. It's gonna all add up to more money than buying one. And like we've said this countless times, it's a little. It kind of doesn't make any sense to make tools that make your hobby easier.
Wait, say that again?
It doesn't make sense to make tools that make your hobby easier.
Mm.
It just doesn't.
Ridge wallet. Yum. Love the Tim Dillon podcast.
Yep. I would buy a Ridge wallet, but I don't have a VPN to protect my online activity or watch Netflix from other countries. Yeah, it's pretty. Those are important things.
Mm-hmm. How much is a static grass applicator? Like $50?
I've seen some ones for like 40.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like a set of static grass costs like $7 or $8. The only thing is you still have to buy the static grass.
That's true.
Which is not the cheapest thing in the world.
Craig is excited about the rim job going on right now.
Ah. I think I need actually a pair of scissors to trim the static grass.
Mm-hmm. I wonder where Jay's going to find the skizzers. I wonder if they could be inside of a box, maybe a hobby toolbox of sorts. And maybe there should be a video about it.
All right.
Joey Flores. I actually bought one of those Flocket applicators for $200 after seeing the review by Luke. I do not regret it.
$200 I think would be more than I'd be willing to spend. Although $200 might be what you spend in the long run if you buy a lot of different static grasses.
Mm-hmm. And I bet if you want to do like terrain,
that's true,
or a bunch of armies at once.
Yeah.
For
Luke, it probably makes a lot of sense.
I've seen the Flocket.
You just take out your Flocket and you flock it.
Yeah, it'd be fun to spend thousands of dollars buying every single one.
Yeah.
And doing a review.
Miniac said something like that in the last podcast where he's like, all of these products, there must be a best one, right? Yeah, but how do you figure that out?
Mm-hmm. I think you start a pyramid scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Someone already did a review of static grass applicators. How many, though?
Was it Luke's?
I want, like, 50 different ones.
Like every single one.
Like every single one every company has ever made. Mm-hmm. Throughout time in history. I want to go to the museum where they have the first one. It's like hand cranked. You hand staticify it.
Mm-hmm. The Tufts, they're not that crazy expensive though, to just buy them. Like if I wanted some, like I put them on all of my Necrons, and I think I bought 2,
Mm-hmm.
2 packages. So that's what, $15?
Well, 50% of static applicators on Amazon are the same thing, just renamed.
Mm.
But I wonder if the name affects how it works.
Yeah. That's a good point.
It's about how you perceive yourself, right? Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of people with their static RAS applicators and model trains.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people that really are finicky about it. I feel like though, I don't know. Yeah, like in terms of time and monies and I don't know. I guess I think if you're going to do some big pieces, having one would be good.
Or you make terrain like Luke's
Mm-hmm.
as your full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
TK's 3D Prints, you can't post links in the chat. YouTube doesn't allow it. That's what you're trying to do.
Weren't we told that if we were, if there was moderators, you could though?
Yeah.
I'm a moderator.
Ah.
But I don't.
So do you think you can
I don't
allow it, or just you're someone who can post a link?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Dr. Drokel, Museum Guides. And this is the first flocking machine. It costs over $9,000 to purchase back then, and people were flocking all over the place. So much flocking.
Mm-hmm. It showed it posted by me. Yeah, moderate me. Used to... What? Oh, I get it. Wait, let's see. Yep, there it is. That's funny.
Whoa!
Duck pick.
Alright, is there anything left on these guys? I got about 5 minutes or so. This dog is looking good. This Humie is looking good. Tufts are definitely big. I feel like I cut things. Is anything gonna... Oh, I did. Stuff's coming out.
It's pretty dangerous doing that without a manscape.
Yeah. Yeah, I need the Manscaper 4000.
Mm-hmm.
And adult supervision.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't think adults want to be in the room. I'm sure some do.
All right, that helps. That helps. knocked those down just a bit. You know what? Maybe I can throw some loose bricks onto the base too.
Those are Manscaped version 1. Yeah, look at those bricks.
Search for Geeks Gaming Scenic. He has a video of the static applicators. Yeah, Luke's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He gave us a very nice comment not too long ago.
He did. Aw, look at those widow bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Who's a good brick? Who's a good brick?
I think
Dr. Drokel likes your bricks.
Once this glue is dried, I think I'll hit him with a wash. A nice red wash.
A terracotta watch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, terracotta.
Mm-hmm. My dentist's name is Terry.
Mm-hmm.
For terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyone a dentist?
All right. It looks like we have 3 finished Fallout miniatures.
Yeah.
Probably can start playing the game soon. However it works.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there anything left?
No, they look great.
Mm-hmm.
They look ready for spinnies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're insta ready.
Insta ready. Mm-hmm. Got to get the good angle, and we'll be good to go. The only thing left to do is paint the rim of the base black.
Mm-hmm. Or some other color. Boy, I'm gonna get into it in my my general basing video that I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
Where I talk all about what is basing, why do you do it, why would anyone do it, what are the tips and tricks, what are the tips and tricks and.
Justin Burnett asks, "Are we able to watch you paint these anywhere?"
That's a good question.
Justin found it. Never mind. Found the live streams playlist. Yeah. So the live streams are not part of the normal YouTube videos. They're a separate playlist on our Eons of Battle YouTube page.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be great if they could be somewhere else, but they look clunky if it's like, hey, you guys publish 9 videos a week or whatever. Not really.
It just doesn't work.
I don't know. The other day I was looking at our analytics and I was like, what the hell? We do not publish 2 videos a day. And then I was like, oh, we do publish 2 videos some days.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It is odd.
Mm-hmm. Because this is technically a full-on video.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of full-on video, it is 10 o'clock, folks.
Yeah.
Time to start shutting her down.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, there's a new video today.
Yeah, there was.
And we'll be streaming tomorrow. And I guess we'll be doing something new.
Yeah.
Won't we?
4 a.m. for me. Yeah, TK's 3D prints. I cannot believe you keep showing up.
Early. Yeah. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, new video Friday. We'll be back
Yes.
tomorrow. And end.